Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second qualifying matches for our Nova Tournament Series. I am so excited to be joined once again by AJK, who is right underneath of me. AJK, how you doing today?
I am doing very well. Very excited, very happy to be here.
Wonderful.
How are you today?
I'm perfect. The snow is melting.
Okay.
We had a massive snowstorm, but it's melting. So I can't wait. Can't wait for to see green again.
It's a low bar for perfect, but we'll take it.
It is. But the lovely part of it is when you're on Nova Island, it's always green and fabulous.
Very true. Really good point.
How are you guys all doing today? Welcome in the chat. How we got Color Green. Welcome, welcome. Cello in the chat, one of our players tonight, and Toby Boone as well. Go Paler. Hey, I was here first. You take that back. Uh-oh. Getting hot in here.
Got a Ya AJK in there. Love to see it.
Yes. From
Q's
Gal.
fans, but waiting for the AJ, just the pure AJK fans to show up. So this is a big moment for me, honestly.
We need the president of the AJK club to speak up now.
That's me, so we're waiting for more members. It's okay.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
The president slot is filled, yeah.
By yourself?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, amazing. Perp in the chat as well. It's Ekam. Cookie Bra, how's it going? And Fibble. I'm nervous as heck. I haven't slept. Oh my goodness, you haven't slept? That is dedication to Nova Island.
Yeah. I like it, actually. You shouldn't sleep. You should be a nervous wreck. I like it. That's exactly where you should be right now.
Getting the priorities straight.
Never been higher.
Oh my goodness. And Squidgy in the chat, how you doing? And Squelly. We gotta have Squidgy and Squelly. Oh my goodness. Amazing. Oh, your color commentary is blue? Very nice, very nice. I love that mid-spring snow. Oh my goodness, Squelly, you would have loved this. It was like 2 feet of snow over 3 days or something. All right, y'all. Well, I think that there's enough of us here that we can go over some of the rules / just letting y'all know what's going to be happening in tonight's fabulous event. So we have 3 qualifiers that are happening for this big final tournament that's going to be happening on May 3rd. And we are on qualify number 2. So a huge congratulations again to the folks that qualified in the first round. And we're going to have 2 more people qualifying for that event tonight. You can use any decks and any pros that you want. And you can change them as well in between games. You don't have to stick with the same one once you play with it. We do ask for players to be back within about 3 minutes when you are changing decks, just so we can keep the stream moving along. If matches get a little bit long and if they hit 25 rounds, at 25 rounds, whoever has the most amount of Novas will be declared the winner. But if you're both tied at 25, then we'll go sudden death until round 30. If there's still a tie after round 30, then it will be called a draw and we will play another game. And last and not least, want everybody to have fun, treat everybody lovely and amazing, and have a really awesome time. Did I miss anything, AJK?
You would never. No, you covered it.
Amazing.
Very thorough, as always.
All right. Well, I think if our contestants are... I think I'm like trying to say contestants, like we're on a game show or something.
I think we went over this last time, and I feel like contestants is perfectly fine here, honestly.
Is it? Okay, good.
It's okay, yeah. Participants, contestants, players.
Okay.
Humans, assumedly, yeah. Those are all fine nouns in this situation.
Okay, as long as I don't say no whammies, then we'll be okay.
I think no whammies is fine.
Oh, okay. Well, then we're good.
Can do no wrong.
Test subjects. That works as well, Cello, yes.
Test subjects. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Guinea pigs, whatever you want to call them. Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yep.
Beautiful. Face the funny in the chat, too. How you doing? All right. So, first up, we have Toby versus Fibble.
Yeah.
I am so pumped for this matchup.
Me too. Yeah, I mean, it's a great roster overall tonight. We got a former MVP in Fibble. We got a legend who's been here with us since beta in Demite. And they are they've got some tough challengers. Toby, obviously extremely accomplished. Cello, really excited to see on stream. So it's going to be a good one.
Amazing. All right. Well, I see both Fibble and Toby online. So, Toby, how about you request the match with Fibble, and we will get underway. Ooh, I'm so
Wow,
excited.
I like it. Right to it. Yeah, this is great. Trying to think if I had any predictions coming in here, but I don't. And if I don't make them, then they can't be wrong. So
That's
let's
true.
just watch, and then we'll see what happens, and then that'll be what happens.
Is that when we watch it happen? That's what it'll have happened.
Yeah, I think that's.
Okay.
It looks like the game started.
That is the perfect segue. Oh, okay. We got Boom versus Jack. Does that give you any more information of how you think this round might go, AJK?
I've seen some of Fibble's Boom play for sure. I think Fibble's played against me on stream before with Dr. Boom. I actually immediately seeing this Regan opener from Toby's really interesting. I think we're going to have probably a deck that's pretty, I mean, like on Jack theme to be pretty probably spawn heavy here, kind of fill the board. And that can go one of two ways when playing against Boom. Sometimes Boom excels a little bit more at taking down the chunkier targets, especially with things like Overboard, Armory. The single target things that when destroyed don't fill the board more like Regan does.
Right.
But we'll see if we'll see what Toby has behind a card like Regan. If it's a little bit more of a board flood situation, or I mean, I don't know. Could be really anything at this point. But I think the Regan is pretty telling, honestly.
For sure. I kind of like when there is that strategy to want to break the Regan or want to pop the Chris, to have that secondary plan for them. I find that really exciting.
And in this case, actually pretty unlucky there for Fibble, whose Ratababy spawns above Toby's Ratapult.
Yeah. Both
Toby
of them getting out there.
Yeah, Toby actually looking, and also both of Toby's snakeskins spawning above ground, so pretty good spots there. They are aligned, but still. And actually, I should have said it first. This was correct prediction was we're going to see Morpheus here. It's set up exactly for it. Spawn heavy deck with Morpheus behind it already. A lot on the board that Morpheus getting a ton of value with more to come. But this Mega Bomb doing a lot of work still, yeah.
Yeah. Fibble knew, like, no, I can't let that stay on board, and it's just going to do work with all of those Ratababy spawning.
Yeah, but sort of forced the early pull on the Mega Bomb when, other than the Morpheus, actually nothing got destroyed by it because the Morpheus already given everything else 1 health. So Mega Bomb usually want to get a little more of an actual clear out of it rather than just reducing health. So not the most effective, but the Sizzle does the rest for the mezzanine.
Sizzle was very effective there.
It's an interesting kind of combat between these 1 health damagers of Fibble versus the 1 health spawners of Toby.
Right.
Seems like it could be a counter, but it could also not be if Toby can give these friends a boost with cards like Joe Clone, for example.
Right. I think Fibble is very thankful that they had a lot of AoE damage to handle all these spawners coming out.
Yeah, if not for that 1 Mega Bomb, this game would already be very out of hand. But with the Mega Bomb, the Morpheus already out of play. We're not going to see another Morpheus for a while. I think this is still anyone's game. And it does really look like, I mean, we saw the paper cut there too. Ratapult, Sizzle, and obviously just being Dr. Boom in general, you would think that Fibble's deck is pretty well constructed to handle the spawners of Toby. But the board's not looking favorable right now for Fibble.
Fibble did just get another superpower, though, with Toby getting up to 10 Novas. So we'll see if there's any help there.
Yeah, very true. Some Firecracker action could probably be pretty nice here. We'll see. An Arson maybe from Fibble, but that's a little scary because that's all 5 coins.
Oh, I get
There's some
so
damage.
scared to spend a big
Yeah.
amount like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, nice fly
Fly,
trap.
fly trap being forced there. Get some decent value, but Toby's still with 4 coins to repopulate this board. We'll see.
I wonder if it would have been more value to take out the Ratapult. Kind of stop the Rata babies at their source.
Yeah. I think that would probably be truer if it wasn't already kind of like 10 Novas for Toby. I think you got to
Right.
take out the immediate collection threats. If it was a little bit earlier, I think maybe I would agree. I think right now, Fibble just has to keep the lobby as clear as possible just to keep Toby under 20. So I think the fly trap where it was played was good, but not the highest value fly trap, just kind of like an okay fly trap, I guess.
Gotcha. That's a good pro tip there.
Love a good pro tip.
A cute little seedlet. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
the top hats on the Rata babies, I can't even. They are so cute.
Yeah, it's actually baseball cap Rata Baby against top hat Rata Baby right now. So the ultimate showdown. And
Ultimate
that seedlet,
showdown of hats.
yeah, that seedlet actually really effective there because the Rata Baby spawned right next to it in the perfect spot there. So Toby
Beautiful.
preemptively playing the seedlet on the 85, getting the Rata Baby next to it was kind
Wow.
of perfect.
Oh,
big-
that's a really good eviction.
Big eviction there. And
Yeah,
a 2-point
Toby-
advantage for Toby as well.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It seems like Toby is really playing this game thinking of 1 to 3 moves ahead of what he's doing, which has been really cool. We see the Ratapult go down, get a bunch of Rata babies out, then the Morpheus. And same thing here with the Seedlit.
it's
Toby
kind of a
does
deck-
not want that paper cut.
Yeah, the paper cut really would be effective here, but yeah, Toby's deck kind of just filled with synergies, and so far Toby's been able to execute on them pretty well.
Hmm.
Gonna need to get another friend down here to really put on a lot of pressure. I don't know if Toby has another big spawner behind, like a Mega Joe or something like that, but it'd be really nice here. I guess it's just the IP in this case.
We'll see. He might also be playing a bit more passively just to try and get Fibble to get rid of some of those coins. So there's no, high value AoE damage that's gonna sweep everything out.
Yeah, very true. Ooh, and the
Oh,
Sarge.
okay.
Really nice
That's a
Sarge
nice
there.
Sarge, yeah. Oh, but the overboard comes right back and Fibble says, no thank you. I'm still in it. And Fibble absolutely is. Oh! And it goes to the basement.
Yeah, every Nova counts right now, 13 to 9. So
Mhm.
that kind of a 2 Nova swing there is pretty significant. I think Toby's probably pretty okay with the Sarge for overboard trade. Nice to be able to at least get the Sarge down at an effective enough spot to force a superpower to counter it.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, I mean, Fibble obviously had no choice there, and there's a
Ooh.
monster trash.
Wow. That is huge. And just like that, the tides have turned
Yeah,
into Fibble's favor.
we've really yet to see what Toby's answers look like. I haven't seen a lot of damage out of Toby yet, mostly just been the superpowers and kind of a lot of board pressure. So we've yet to see a card like Mega Bomb, but instead it's a card like Trasher as well.
Okay. Fibble's still with 2 coins. All right. Goes with a nice cannon to bring that Trasher down. Both spawn their Rata babies in the basement. Let's see. Oh, and it goes basement again! Oh my gosh.
So we've got a Crusher coming from Toby here at some point. Already, Fibble's Trasher looks pretty well set up to be crushed. But
Oh,
with Fibble crossing 12,
venomous.
we'll have a good superpower usage here from Toby for sure.
That was a really nice venomous. Oh, and another one!
Seen
So
a
many
lot of
Rata
Trashers
babies.
these first couple qualifiers, actually.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness.
Ooh, big makeover there. So that's
Oh!
big makeover there, and into the perfect answer there with Ray. I was hoping to see
Yeah.
Toby use the Crusher on Trasher sooner to avoid exactly that after seeing the
Right.
Venomous, not to let it get made over, but alas, there's a Ray.
Ooh. Yeah, that cleared out the lobby real quick, except for that Trasher.
All right, uses the Slicer to get it back into Crusher range now.
what Fibble's gonna do to respond. Oh, nice bounce pad. Because now Toby does not have enough coins to replay it. And in return, we get the Crusher.
If Toby has that Regan here. Okay, BB, even better.
Oh.
Any health is really significant here. Toby can get to 20.
Oh,
And
there
does.
it is. Wow.
GG.
GG's. Oh my
That
gosh.
was a nail biter.
That really was. And when I said, all of a sudden the tides have turned, Fibble was really still in it the entire time. He was coming back, clearing the board, and trying to set up for his own push. When that Trasher came down in the lobby and took out the 3, I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is... I see red now. But yeah, well played, both of you. That was really, really well done.
Yeah, that's a really kind of like classic showdown there again between like the kind of pretty heavy AoE of Fibble, like AoE even in terms of friends with the Sizzle, the Trasher, and obviously some Boom superpowers to spare. There's a Mega Bomb in there against the spawners, the big board flood of Toby, and in the end the board flood wins out. Just got the pressure going a little bit too early. I think if this game, were to go longer, you start to favor Fibble a little bit more.
Right.
Kind of just keep whacking things that Toby puts down, but in this case, it is a game to 20, and 21-13 is the final score here. Toby up 1-0.
It is. Well, 13's our favorite number, so that's a good number too.
Hey, nice.
Dan's next. How you doing? Welcome. We got Celia and Rose in the chat. I love the casual rats versus fancy rats. Yes! Casual v fancy. All right. Well, Toby and Fibble, if you would like to change decks, mix any alterations to your cards or to your pros, feel free to do that now. Just keep it nice and speedy so we can get right into game number 2 whenever you're ready.
Bold prediction, both players change here.
Ooh.
I think normally I would predict like a non-change, especially from the winning player if they won in like a dominant fashion. This game, I just feel like I said, there was enough of a, I don't know, sort of one counters the other kind of thing, / no one won 2 like in a crushing way. I think it's both decks are counterable if not changed, and I also just know at least I mean actually both players' case I know that they've just got decks to go, so
yeah,
I would expect some kind of change here, if not like an outright pro swap and deck swap and everything. I would at least expect some significant tweaks to these decks, but we'll see. That's my prediction here, though. I think both players with new decks here. That's my bold prediction.
It's a bold prediction indeed. I think one of them's gonna change. I think one of them is gonna stick, and then the other one is going to, but they'll go through that process of like, are they gonna change? Should I change? Should I get a deck to counter that one? Like, it's so hard to know what to do.
Yeah. I do know Fibble seems pretty partial to Boom, so there might not be a change there, but I think so. I'm interested. We'll see.
Yeah.
Trying to think like what if there was like a card that I would, if say, assuming the other player kept the same deck, like what I would change about each of these decks. It's kind of hard to say because, like I said, both the decks are kind of like pretty synergistic within themselves, and then like Fibble kind of has the counters. It just comes down to like getting them down in the right order. So I don't know. If you're either player, if the matchup were to stay the same, I don't know that I'd make a ton of adjustments. I just think you might want to mix it up to throw the opponent off. I just think there's such an advantage to them not knowing what you have.
Oh, absolutely. When you come in knowing what a player is going to play or what's going on, you have time to prepare both mentally and with your deck. So throwing people off, especially with that timer that's going, it can definitely be an advantage. All right, they are in a match. So let's get into it. Right. Oh, you were right. Okay. Gold star. You got it.
With Camille and Toby with Flora. Okay.
Ooh,
so
okay.
3 sharp changes here.
All right. Let's go. I'm excited.
So Toby's goal here probably is to provide enough pressure to the board with Flora, things that scale with Bloom, things that basically Fibble has to use powers, especially superpowers on, like a little bit more defensively is kind of the goal here. But right now they're both just getting down a pretty significant 1-cost friend here. Fibble probably going to look more so to transform that Snake Genie up and then use a superpower. Toby kind of pressured into not letting that happen, kind of thing. Ooh, and the sizzle though. Ooh, okay.
Wow.
That's a bummer for Fibble there.
Definitely.
Because now the question is, if you have something like the spell, do you use it on a friend in the basement or not?
Right.
If it stays on the 85, it's pretty slam dunk here, but I don't know. Yeah, Fibble eventually just passes. All right.
You could get some really unique basement / penthousey people. You know, you could get Brainiacs and Telepath.
Brainiac would be amazing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hey. So it looks like Toby is, going for really fast Novas here.
Yeah.
And I think
And
Fibble's going
neither
to be...
player uses superpower.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I think Fibble's really going to... the results are really going to depend on the transformations, what comes out of it, and how much value Fibble can get from those superpowers.
Yeah, I think Toby probably setting up a super bloom here. Oh no, okay, actually just passing. Interesting. I wonder what the superpower is then to not use that there.
Oh, and here we go, an offensive spell. Offensive the spell.
Maybe he wanted to wait for this actually before playing the super bloom, because exactly in the case of Bruiser. But either way, the Bruiser's pretty crushing here for Toby if it is super bloom. Can kind of take up half the board with one swing of the anime Bruiser bat.
Oh, I know.
So we just run it up.
I think it's both of them there. Oh, and there's the Bruiser energizing. Gonna take both snake skins out. That leaves the Sizzle and the Jazzy. It's 9-9 though.
It is. Both players picking up a second superpower, Fibble only having one now, but either way, I think that's going to be advantage Fibble. I think that the Camille superpowers here are probably going to be a little bit more capable of putting on pressure, especially a big glow up in the lobby, perhaps.
Ooh, really nice bounce pad there by Toby. I think Fibble was maybe trying to set up for superpower here in the lobby. Oh, but he can't quite get that third one to stick.
Yeah, trying to at least limit the effectiveness a little bit. If I'm Fibble, I think I'm still pretty axed towards using the superpower here, but we'll see.
That's what I really love about Nova Island is that back and forth. You know, so you can set up all the things you want, but it can change in an instant. You know, with one Ratababy, everything changes.
Yeah. And if Toby has Bloomicite here, it seems like it'd be rather effective. I would think that pretty much any Flora superpower would get used here, but Toby playing it slow a little bit. There's the Bloomify. Okay.
Nice. And Fibble with only 2 coins probably can't take it out. Maybe a spell you later, but
no, spell you later's 3 now.
Oh, that's right. Oh my gosh.
So no way.
Wow, up to 14.
Just ready up on the turn. Okay.
Interesting. Okay. It's absolutely still anyone's game.
Yeah. So the Bloomicite's part of the reason why I kind of would have liked to see the glow up. Well, actually, I guess I don't know that Fibble had glow up. Never mind. I thought Fibble was setting up glow up, so I have it in my head.
Yeah.
That Fibble had glow up there. And I was going to say to glow up to try to keep these things out of Bloomicite range, you could use twinning this round.
Right.
But I don't know. Maybe it was twinning all along. And wow, that's a big sprint. That's our second biggest sprint of the series so far.
Wow.
Or of the tournament series, I should say.
Oh, I love Sprink so much. And that would be prime pickings for a real good... There it is!
Oh, no. Yeah.
Oh, what's it going to be?
Toby without an answer. Yeah, Toby without a way to do 1 damage to that Sprink, and you get the ultimate combo of Sprink into twinning. I don't know if there's a more powerful 2-card combo in this game.
Wow.
Yeah, Toby feeling the pain of not having that 1 damage there.
Absolutely. We do get the a Super Bloom coming out now, which will at least take a couple of spots away from that Trasher throwing Ratababies in the better percent spots. Oh.
That's a big escape pod, and it's going to clear out that entire column with this Sizzle when it gets replayed.
That was awesome.
Yeah. And lands on the 80.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Running well, and looking pretty good here.
Oh my goodness.
To possibly win this game this round.
What's Toby gonna do? Oh, can't do much, so he gets Bloom Shooter. I mean, technically, Toby can still win. Because unless there's a damage dealer that... Oh, okay, now we can't. But up until that point...
If things went really, really well in the energizing phase at that point,
Yeah.
yes. But instead, it is Fibble.
Oh, wow. GG's. 31.
Evening up the series. Evening up the series.
That's right. And the best part is Fibble had 13 the first time and now has 31.
Wow,
Game
that's the
2.
best part. It's an A part, I guess.
Okay, it's not the best part, but it's a really, really good part.
Another great part. We got our first third game of the qualifier so far. Last week it was a couple 2-0s, and this time we got our very first rubber match, which I am incredibly excited about.
Wait, what did you call it? A rubber match?
Rubber match? Yeah, rubber match is like tiebreaker, basically.
Oh, okay. Is that like a sports thing?
I guess. I don't know. Is it? Maybe it is. I'm not really sure. I guess it is. Yeah. I mean, it has to be.
Okay.
It's just like if you're in like a best of 7 and it's game 7, it's like the rubber match basically or whatever. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't know why they
Okay.
call it that, to be honest.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's
We'll have
the
to look
rubber
that
match.
one up one day.
I think I pretty much just defined it. So I think
Okay, yes, that's fair. No excessive Googling
rubber
necessary.
Rubber match is yeah. I think it might be a sports ball term. Yeah. I don't know.
Jello AJK making up words now. I think so,
I mean,
actually.
clearly.
He's just trying to mess with me. And
it's a thing. It's a real thing.
because AJK has a very established vocabulary, I can tell you that.
Wow. Thank you.
You do. There's been like a number of
That's a
times
legit
that I'm
compliment.
like, wait, what? What's that? And I like to
That's
think
me.
of it as AJK is just really, really good and not that I'm really bad.
That's definitely what it is. Yeah.
Perfect. Also, Celia, I think you are absolutely right that he baited out both Get Out and Bloomicite before Spring King. The timing on that was ingenious. Really, really well done.
Yeah, I think that was pretty much. I don't know what else Toby had in that deck. We didn't get to see the whole thing, but I think maybe just very limited in damage, honestly, in general.
Yeah.
I don't know if there was anything else that could have possibly destroyed the Sprink there. So yeah, getting those cards out of the way and then getting that huge combo down was the game winner.
Absolutely. And we are already into the quote-unquote rubber match.
Nice.
And looks like Toby has gone back to Jack. And Fibble is sticking with Camille.
Yeah, interesting. And I mean, at least advantage in the knowledge game to Fibble for knowing what's in Toby's deck here roughly, unless Toby made some changes. It's interesting. I don't know if I love it for Toby. I'm a little bit worried. I mean, against Camille, usually you want to have the swatters, the things that can take out the small stuff before it becomes the big stuff from the transforms. And I don't remember this deck to have a lot of that from Toby. So I'm a little bit concerned about Fibble getting some more high-value transforms down. I think maybe Toby's goal is to just put on enough pressure that that's not the concern. It can just kind of outrun Fibble, but I don't know. I kind of like that for change for Fibble, I think. I guess we'll find out.
It also depends if Toby brought the same deck or not. It could just be Jack with some extra cards in it to deal with Camille, or,
True.
you know, we'll have to wait and see.
So far, it's the same, but you're right. It could just be a different Jack deck, and that could actually be part of the metagaming here to try to make Fibble think that it's the same deck, but it's not. But so far, it is identical.
True.
So like, see here, usually you're pretty comfortable just dropping the Morpheus here, but against Camille, there's a pretty scary superpower usage that could follow up here. And instead, the eviction. I like
Ooh,
that.
nice. Let's see where that Regan's gonna pop though. Okay. We got a snake skin in the basement and the Mez, which is probably one of the best things for Toby because it split them up. It's not in the same row.
Again, not knowing what Fibble's superpower is here is pretty interesting. I don't know what superpower I would use here other than maybe the spell on Overheater? Question mark? I'm not sure.
Could be.
There it
Oh,
is.
and there it is. Trying to get a nice 5-drop in here. What is it? Oh
Oh, it's a really nice. That is just so beyond perfect here. Bruiser or Ray both would have been amazing there.
Oh
Bruiser's
my
probably even better. And if this Bruiser hits, it wipes the entire board. Oh!
Wow.
However, that is a massive, massive miss there for
Huge.
Fibble. But got some backup.
Oh, that sizzle. Oh my gosh. I think that might be one of the best sizzles I've ever seen.
That was a very high value sizzle, almost as high value as it gets, yeah. And Sizzle says, Bruiser, I'll show you how it's done. Comes down. Don't need to energize.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was a huge clear for Fibble, and right now looking really, really good for Fibble actually. Okay, with Fibble crossing 6. Crusher for Toby on the Sizzle would be nice at least. There are some things here that would be good, but it's gonna have to be a pretty significant clear here, I think, to get back in this game for Toby.
I think so too. That's a nice crusher.
Good
Getting
place to
that
start.
2 cost out, yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. The problem with bouncing a Bruiser, you have to face that one plate ability again. Really wasn't an answer, more just a delay of the inevitable as Bruiser comes right back down. Still swinging.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, get out is nice. Again, just trying to prevent a really bad glow up. But Fibble doesn't have any more superpowers yet because Toby's only at 3 Novas. And Toby knows that too, so can also play around with that a little bit.
Yeah, this Bruiser is just so prohibitive right now without an answer and only 2 coins left. Pretty much whatever you play here. It's going to be in a little bit of trouble at least. There are some things you can play here that are a little more effective than others. Maybe a Regan, but no. And it's just, wow, Bruiser.
Oh,
Bruiser, what are you doing?
Wild.
Swing and a miss from Bruiser there.
But for Fibble, Fibble's pretty happy right now because Toby just hit 6 Novas. So we could see a glow up or a twinning, and both would be quite nice right now.
Yeah, true. And I don't know if Toby had any big single target answers other than that bounce pad, kind of.
Right.
So Fibble is pretty safe to kind of just do whatever here. And yeah, if it's a twinning especially, that's going to be really devastating.
Yeah. Okay, goes for the Snake Genie first.
Ooh,
yeah.
Risking the Bruiser getting taken out, and it does. We knew that cannon was there from our first game, actually.
I know, sometimes trying to maximize your superpowers, you're risking things like that from happening. So it's always a tough call. I'm always on the road to Fibble. I'm like, I want to get 4 things lined up and get all of them to transform.
Totally.
Oh, that was nice, though.
Yeah, picking it up just to A, get a coin back, and then B, just replay to transform that Snake Genie up, and now you got your glow up. Going for 2 free drops, actually.
Oh, okay. Number 1, Kadara with top hat is amazing.
Yeah, it is.
I think I'm just addicted to the top hats. I just can't. They're just so... I mean, they're all good. The baseball caps, too, are amazing. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. This Mind
probably
Wave.
pretty happy to see the Mind Wave there at least because it's not something that can win the game for Fibble. A lot of cards would have put Fibble in like immediate win range. The Mind Wave, not really what Fibble's looking for, but it's still obviously kind of like all Fibble's game right now. Other than the fact that it's only 3 cards in hand. If Toby does have an answer we're not aware of, can probably put Fibble in a little bit of trouble, but we're gonna have to see something that we haven't seen before. Otherwise, we're looking at a Fibble dub here.
Yeah, and this is Mind Wave here. Boxer Mind Wave.
Yeah, I love the Boxer Mind Wave.
Oh, I
The
know,
ultimate
so
future
good.
was the Boxer Mind Wave, yeah.
I like when he does the little, like, put him up, little swivel. Okay, we got a modify here. Interesting. So it took back the Rata Baby and then goes ahead with the superpower. Interesting.
Yeah, probably just wanted to get the coin back, so uses the escape pod just to generate a coin there, and also I guess make room for Joe's instead, but mostly
Right.
just nothing really good to use the escape pod on there, so instead just use it to generate one extra coin, which is fine. Now it's just, what do we do about this this cream split that's staring at us?
No. Gosh, that Rabbit Baby comes down. Oof. And even though, I mean, Toby has a lot of cards on the board right now, problem though is for those to energize, the lobby's gonna have to energize first. So you kind of get stuck in that, you know, catch-22 position.
Yeah. Being behind here and being mez above lobby friends is not helpful for sure, because you're right. If yours are going to energize, theirs will, and theirs will win them the game. So not a great path to victory right now. Toby's going to have to take something out.
Okay, interesting. Goes with the sprink in the basement.
So the sprink in the basement generating the snake skins that then transform the snake DD into a melder, which is kind of effective here. You know, at least a couple zap there is nice.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, wow.
Sure.
That was a great escape pod.
Very nice.
And now you got this little pocket of Fibble's cards all outlined with Toby's.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a very aesthetically pleasing board right now.
So pleasing. Oh, I love things that are satisfying like that.
Yeah, actually pretty interesting. Also, kind of relevant, but not that relevant, is the fact that when Fibble does eventually get the twinning, the board is full, so twinning doesn't really do as much. But that's not super relevant yet, but it could be. We'll see.
Hey.
Anyway, keeps on keeping Toby down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Melder doing some work.
Definitely. That was a great kind of a backfire from Fibble's Sprink, but really nice for Toby.
Yeah. Fibble really feeling the pain of that Mind Wave being Mind Wave instead of pretty much literally anything else that would have won the game right by now. But still keeping Toby down and still kind of on Toby to do something here.
Yeah.
But right.
That is a really, really good Morpheus.
Yeah.
Super high value right there.
Yeah, that's a huge Morpheus.
And Fibble still doesn't have twinning, because Toby hasn't gotten over 12 Novas yet because of the Mind Wave.
Yep. Yeah, the Mind Wave backfiring in that way, kind of too. Yeah.
And the thing with Fibble's cards right now, friends on the board, they're one on top of each other. So only either the lobby or the basement will energize, which, you know, puts him in a precarious situation because he can only get a maximum of, what, 3 Novas?
Probably 3, yeah, right.
Yeah. Okay, decides to take that Mind Wave out.
Yeah, love it.
There it is.
Got to get some collection down in that spot. You got to threaten.
Yeah, I think that was a really smart move by Fibble. And a smart move by Toby, too, to take it down to 1.
Yeah, the perfect answer, actually. You, like, pretty much don't even want to destroy it. Taking it down to 1 is kind of great there. Just so there's, like, no possibility of a replacement. And all of a sudden, it's Fibble who kind of has to do something here. And again, now the twinning issue is extremely significant because Fibble has twinning and doesn't have a spot on the board. So it's really just going to be basically like a glorified makeover.
Right. Unless it can go in the penthouse, I guess.
Oh, true. You're right. Yeah, you get a Ray or a Trash or something, you'll get some value in the penthouse. You're right.
Ooh, but 2 Ips going into the if I were Toby, I would try and fill up the penthouse. Like, throw anything else in the penthouse if you can.
So thinking about it now, as far as, like, I mean, there are some things, I guess. So, like, if you twinning the overheater into the muscle, for example, then, like, that would be a 3 cost that could go in the penthouse. That would be kind of nice for some extra damage. There aren't that many, like, huge threats here right now for something that Fibble could twinning that would land in that top right penthouse spot. So I think Toby's kind of, like, okay with that risk there.
Except for
we're gonna see
Brainiac.
it. I mean, Fibble has to use this twinning, but I don't think it's going to be that great. I'm not even sure what Fibble's looking for here. Okay, plays the Sprink in the penthouse. All right. Is going to twinning that into
if he did twin the Sprink into, like, the basement Sprink and it went into 2 Brainiacs, that could have been wild.
Would have probably been that actually. You're right. I think that probably would have been a great way to play it. Now I'm not really sure what the plan is anymore.
I don't know. The whole board is full.
Yeah.
And it's 15 to 17.
To hope for some really lucky pair for superpowers, it's actually like a double trouble. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's Brainiac or bust, really.
Okay.
Ray's okay.
Ray does a little bit.
Yeah, and if
Oh, actually, Ray does a lot. Because then it
the
killed.
yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez, you're right. I wasn't even considering that. The
Oh.
fact that the first Ray makes the room on the left there.
Yeah.
But the bounce pad's great because it can't be replayed.
Yeah, that was really nice.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I don't know who's gonna win. There's so many different ways this could go.
Toby with nothing to do on a full board.
Oh my gosh.
And all of a sudden, Fibble looking really good here. Just comes down to these
Did it
mez
hit?
hits.
Oh, it hit the
There's
trasher.
one.
Oh.
There's two.
Oh.
Oh. And
Oh
we
my
got overtime. Let's go. Let's see overtime here.
Oh
Okay.
my
4 cards
gosh.
to 3. Very significant. But we just saw that Toby have nothing to do on a full board.
I know,
That does
which is
not bode well
scary.
right now. Fibble, I would assume, has some things to do here, even with only 2 cards.
Yeah.
Toby could be in some trouble if there's just nothing in hand that can impact a full board.
Oh, and he does ready up. And the thing is, the way that Fibble's cards, you know how I was saying when they're lined up, only one can energize. Well, in a situation like this, one is guaranteed to energize. So he's guaranteed to get at least 6 Novas, as the board stands right now.
Yeah, I mean, if Toby has nothing to do, this game's actually over. Okay, Toby does have something to do,
Okay.
but doesn't really do
Yeah.
much.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
And that's going to take out the trasher. Oh, and look at all the extra health all of Fibble's peeps are getting. Wow. I think it's guaranteed
over.
Fibble. Yeah. Wow.
GG.
Oh my
Underrating the
gosh.
twinning up full board with a Ray, opening up the way for another Ray. Ignore that score. That's wrong. Fibble takes it down 32-25 in an extreme nail biter and takes the series 2-1.
That was wild.
No one saw it coming. Even the broadcasters didn't see it coming.
Oh my gosh.
The Ray was the only out there, I think. I don't think Brainiac was going to do it. I don't think Trasher was going to do it. It had to be pretty much exactly Sprink into Ray there, and it was.
Wow. I didn't even, at first, I saw the first Ray go, and I'm like, okay, that's pretty good.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, I'm like,
Two.
oh, wait,
Yeah.
there's another one.
Yep.
Because it freed up the spot.
Went through
Oh.
the same thing, yeah.
My gosh.
Yeah, pretty wild. And then going to overtime. At that point, just pretty much it's Fibble's game. Once that game goes to overtime, it's pretty much over. Because like I said, we had seen that Toby has nothing to do on a full board already, and we know that those Rays are going to keep chugging along. So that was it. Overtime. A tie was all Fibble needed to take this one down, and thanks to the energizing phase, just getting them there. Overtime leads to a win.
Gosh.
And a series win in an unbelievable series, honestly. 3
yeah.
really excellent games and 1 just ridiculous conclusion. GG's.
Yeah, that was such a great match. I love when matches like this happen and we're all here watching it together, and it just makes it beautiful. Oh, all right. Well, GG's, and congratulations again to Fibble. You have qualified for our grand finals bracket on May the 3rd. Toby, huge congratulations. You played very, very well. And yeah, we hope to see you in the next one.
Yeah, good play by Fibble to play Ray in the second column instead of the first to not kill the babies. Yeah, Fibble thinking the same thing that we already knew, that Toby didn't have anything to do as long as the board stayed full. So instead of trying to clear enemies, just trying to damage enemies. Also sets up buffing Fibble's own overheater on that spot. So
Yeah,
it was perfect. Just I'm gonna do as much damage as possible without opening up the spot that you desperately need. I'm gonna go in the second column here. I'm gonna give my overheater a little boost. I'm gonna damage your Trasher. Then when the energizing phase starts, it's too late. You can't play anything. Then I'll destroy the Trasher rather than clearing out these babies on the left here. So yeah, also a good point. Really nice.
Yeah, very true. Cookie Brawl saying, fun fact, Toby might have won by 1 if that turn 1 Regan energized.
Every Nova counts.
Yep.
Never know.
And it's never over till it's over, as we saw here today. It was back and forth in really all the games, and it was just so much fun to watch.
Yeah, Celia with a really good point though that those 2 bruiser misses.
Oh my gosh, that's
Made this a
right.
lot, basically. Yeah, so a little bit of both, right? It's like I mean we
Yeah.
know how this goes. A little swing here and there, literally in this case with bruiser. One swing goes differently, and this is a very different game from the start. But a couple misses and Toby just like playing kind of perfectly from there to get right back into it.
Absolutely.
You can get lucky, but then you got to take advantage of it. And Toby certainly did, honestly, because that game was like looking extremely over in round 3. It ends up being an overtime nail biter. So GG to Toby and congrats to Fibble.
Absolutely. Well, you know what time it is? You know what time it is, Alex?
7:48 Central.
I mean, I guess that's a fair answer because, but as well as it being 7 whatever Central, it is also time for game number 2.
Yeah, you're right. It is. Okay, yeah.
We've got Cello versus Demite. And this one's going to be a real good one, just like the last. Every time I see Cello, I think of my brother, who when we were kids, that's how he used to say hello to us all the time. But he'd say it in a really funny voice, and he would come in a room and just be, Cello, and then run away.
Okay.
So that is in my voice every time, or in my head every time I see that.
I thought you were going to say that he played the cello.
No, he did
Okay.
not.
Right.
He actually played the saxophone.
Okay. Some musical.
Yes, it's quite
Musical
close to a
background.
cello, but a little bit different.
Yeah, very different, yeah.
Yeah.
I think about it for a second, to be honest.
I like how you had to think about that, and
Oh,
you're
yeah,
like,
I don't know. I'm not a not a symphony. The expanded vocabulary does not apply to
to music things.
instruments in the symphony.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
So that's where I got you there then. So.
You did good.
Oh, amazing. Okay. Well, cello, Demite, good luck, have fun, and let's get into the first match.
We're in.
There we go.
It is
Ooh, I'm so
the
excited.
might with boom.
Ooh.
My predictions are on fire tonight.
They really are. Oh my goodness.
Fellow with Jacks, we got another Boom v Jack showdown here. We'll see if it's kind of a similar thing where it's a spawn versus damage situation, or what Cello's got in store.
Right, and cello going with Jack. Both pros are extremely versatile, which is nice, and it'll be interesting to see what they bring with it. With bringing a Camille deck, you know that you're going to be expecting a lot of transformation, some wildness, some chaos, but you just never know with some of the other pros. So I'm excited.
Yeah, both players. I'm guessing Demite maybe with actually. I guess Demite really probably wouldn't use any superpower here. I'm not really sure what Cello has, and if Cello has like Crusher, do you use it on Paper Cut here? Maybe, I don't know, probably not.
Yeah.
But it's probably just 2 kind of ineffective superpowers here, maybe Overboard versus Eviction, for example. But Demite does pick up another here, and those could be very significant this round.
Absolutely. I find early Paper Cut's really nice too because it gets such good value. Like, even just out of one round, how much damage you get, it's...
Yeah.
Look at that right there.
I was gonna say for that reason, yeah, like I would understand if Demite wanted to ready up here. Cello with like seemingly a board advantage, but kind of not really. Gets 2 Novas out of it, but it's just Demite, like, I'll take all the Paper Cut value you want to give me, basically.
Absolutely. Wow.
Goodbye, Paper Cut.
That High Roller, I gotta put High Roller in more of my decks. It's so
We all
good.
do. It is very good. Yeah, we all do.
Forget about it. That one in Direct Hit, where I'm like, these are such good cards. And when you're in those positions where you're like, I wish I had it, and then gotta write it on my forehead. Bring High Roller.
Okay, Felina comes down though, kind of like unfortunately getting negated a little bit by this bomber if the bomber does hit here.
That's
But
true.
we'll see if maybe nice Mega Bomb there, yeah, to actually
Very
guarantee the
nice.
clear. I don't know if the might even needed to do that, but maybe has nothing else to do. I might have just let the bomber, like, by using the Mega Bomb there, you're kind of in a way wasting a lot of bomber value. Obviously, it could miss, but like you have the expected damage there from the bomber. You're kind of throwing away a pretty fair chunk of it by playing the Mega Bomb. I would have just let the bomber kind of keep doing work there, I think, and look to kind of add some pressure to the board, but I don't know what the Might's hand is, so easier for me to say.
I do find it tough when you've got a bloom kitten or anything with bloom underneath of a bomber because it's never going to kill it. It can only keep it at bay.
Yeah, in this case, though, it was to the right of Bomber, so if the Bomber energized would have
Oh,
taken out the Bloom
right.
Kitten, yeah. The one
Fair
that
point.
followed, though, from the Felina would have been below it, so you're
Yes,
still
that's
right.
true. Yeah.
The Armory,
Okay.
they're the most efficient jazzy destruction.
And now we see Demite being a little bit more aggressive with his superpowers, because he did, Cello did get up to 8 Novas, so he can't let those ones sit and let the friends on the board do damage slowly because he's kind of past that point now. Oh, okay.
Cello having to use the low voltage there to keep his overheater
Yeah.
going. Not like what you love to see from a low voltage, but 2 health is 2 health, so still significant.
Absolutely. We'll see if Demite's going to bring that cannon down and then hopefully have it killed by the bomber.
Might, yep,
Yeah, there it is.
makes sense.
We'll see if Cello's going to try and save that overheater, play something else. Oh, okay, I like
There's
that.
a situation you were talking about. We got an energy Bloom Kitten here.
We do.
The overheater has become a Bloom Kitten, although with some downside if it really grows. But
True.
so yeah, it does stay alive, and the bomber miss makes that even easier.
I honestly love that play because you're guaranteeing that bomber cannot kill that alone by itself.
Yep. Yeah, CPAC actually pretty nice there.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, okay. Double trouble coming out from Demite. Cello really going in on that overheater. Does not want that thing to die.
Yeah, a lot of really good superpowers here. Crusher's insane. Infinite Wisdom's good. Super Zap is actually pretty good. Even like just some board crusher, like some collection or draw is good here. Like a Bloomify could be interesting. But instead, Demite passes with a 2-coin advantage for Cello. Kind of waiting to see if Cello's willing to pass back.
Okay, interesting. So definitely, wow,
No,
Cello
that's okay.
passes. I actually like that pass from Cello. I think that was the right thing to do.
It's interesting. Certainly Cello now can wait if you get the Crusher, can use it on this Bomber in a really efficient way. It's sort of a tough call there between I don't want to waste 2 coins, but also I have a lot of pressure on the board right now, and if we just sit here, I just win. So do you pass back there or not is a tough one for Cello, but Cello says, I'm good.
Yeah.
And just gonna put the pressure back to Demite in this round.
And with them both having 4 Novas on the board, 4 HP on the board, and Cello with the lead in Novas, it's like, yeah, sure, let's.
Yeah.
If I go, you go, we both get it, and I have more Novas than you, so.
Yep. Okay, the eviction there on the overheater.
Oof.
Kind of nice.
That is a nice eviction from Demite. Wait.
But
Yeah, Demite played that
was-
one.
that's the troll generating the eviction, but
Yeah.
that was like very, very much not one of the superpowers that Demite wanted to see, and kind of explains one of the reasons why he just passed last round. Just not a very good superpower there.
For sure. Okay, we got a Ratapult down here. And an eviction going right down saying, nope, I do not want this flooded with Ratababies.
It's a real eviction, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The organic eviction.
Oh, and the candy Ratababy. Adorbs.
A couple of them chilling right now.
I know. They have their suckers, though, so they're good.
Okay.
Demite is passing again. Okay.
I actually think I'd like to see Cello play something here again. Not knowing the hands makes it a little bit harder, but okay, Cello's still kind of good going to next round. It felt like a spot where I would have liked to see a little bit more pressure, but I think maybe the problem too is we know Demite still has an overboard. Actually, does Demite have Firecracker as well? That was the Firecracker.
Yeah, yeah.
This is that question, yeah. That's part of the reason why, though, I would have liked to have seen the like something else played from Cello there, so that's not just like the clearest high value Firecracker of all time, but
Right, I get that.
but don't know what Cello has there, and if it was Bloom Shooter, there wasn't room for it.
Right. Yeah, that Firecracker was really good.
Yeah.
That
We'll
poor
see if Demite-
overheater had so much put into it. Finally went down.
Yeah, over here did some work though. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, I like that bounce pad. Gonna play it back down, but we'll see what Demite's gonna do from it now.
Besides emote, yeah. I
Yeah.
think probably overboard. I mean, at some point, I feel like that probably gets overboarded. I don't think Cello has a better target to overboard. Well, at least we haven't
Right.
seen one yet.
I'm wondering what the other superpower from Demite is too.
Yeah,
That he
true. We
got from the
still
double trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're very right. There's the
Okay, so
overboard
there's an
for starters.
overboard. Hmm.
Yeah, what superpower would Demite not have used by now? I'm trying to think about that.
Oh,
What is that superpower? If you had to guess, it's hard to say. 2 evictions, maybe? Maybe it was 2 evictions. I don't know.
maybe.
It's like most other superpowers would have had some value at this point.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're both. Oh.
I was just gonna say, I hope it's the spell because that is perfect. The one
Wow.
health bomber turning it into a 5-drop there is super nice. Does get slingshotted, but
Oh.
still really nice value
Yeah.
for Demite there to force the slingshot out in this case, and still
It
3
was.
coins left to try to put on some pressure of his own.
I also really like that Demite waited for that bomber to get damaged. He's like, the bomber's cool and chill as it is. I don't need to transform it. But as soon as it was damaged, he's like, okay, now I'll do something with it.
Yeah,
Really
it does
nice.
miss though. Does miss though. On the bright side, it means that Cello doesn't get the crusher there, which would have just taken out the bomber in a really efficient way. We haven't seen crusher yet,
It's
I don't
true.
think. Yeah, so that's
Ooh,
the bright side
nice
to that
venomous
miss there.
Right, going in with the Jazzy. Oh, nice fly trap. Clears that board down. Cello still has 7 coins, though. A lot can be done with 7 coins.
Yeah. Leading with the Waterer, though, not the best sign. Yeah, I don't know if Cello's hand is too well set up right now.
Right.
If you lead with Waterer, you're probably not too friend heavy here.
Yeah, and using the low voltage on just one friend, so Cello might not have a lot of friends hanging out in hand right now.
Yeah, another spot where Demite's just really well equipped to like take things out and not let Cello get good value out of those big AoE buff cards like high voltage.
Right.
And we're just going to the next round here. Ooh, and another bomber miss. This one hurts because Cello still gets the superpower, and you really needed those Novas to keep this game tied. Actually, would have kept the lead even in that case, but
Absolutely.
bomber 2 misses in a row. They're really painful for Demite.
Yeah. Oh, another double trouble. Oh, this could be big.
There is that.
There's the crusher. Yeah. Nice value on that. A little water. I love it. Just hanging out, just chilling, having a little dance.
There's the spring.
Okay.
Gotta imagine Cello takes that out just in case Demite. Yeah.
Oh,
Just in case
beautiful.
Demite transform superpower, you kind of have to.
Yeah.
That would be devastating there. If Demite got twinning from
Oh.
double trouble, that would have been pretty insane. But
That would have
Cello
been
says
gross.
not going to stick around to find out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really good play by both for sure.
Demite kind
what he's
of
thinking.
struggling for an answer here. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
But has to ready up. Okay, that's a risky ready, but it is 8 points to 5, so I
Mhm.
understand it.
Okay. I like
Growth
that
rate,
because Cello
perfect.
only needs 3 Novas.
Perfect rush spray.
Yeah. I mean, Demite has to do something.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, another one. I'm really wondering if he has twinning now. Like,
I mean, it has something, right? Like it's
Something.
clearly some kind of transform. We have to see it, right?
right?
Has to be glow up or
Only
something.
has one.
to spell.
Oh,
Yeah, it
okay. Another spell. Okay.
All right, we'll see what it is. Okay,
Ooh.
Ray's okay. Ray's okay.
But the thing is, Demite can't win. There's no potential for a win right now, but Cello can.
Yep.
And Demite's out of coins.
Yep.
And Cello still has 3 coins. Oh my
But
gosh.
Cello low on friends unless one of these seed packets
Sweet.
wants to give up a bloomer here or something.
Oh,
or
there
weed,
we go.
okay.
Weed.
Yeah, weed kind of insignificant here, but it is
True.
something. And now the bloom shooter. It's all up to this.
Oh,
and
there
it
it
gets there.
is. GG's. Wow.
Comes down to roughly a coin flip on that 55% bloom shooter.
Yeah.
Cello takes it down 23-19. I think if that bloom shooter misses, I'm gonna be liking Demite's situation in this game quite a bit.
Yeah, he needed just one more round.
But it didn't.
Wow.
The 55 hits and 23-19 Cello takes it. But yeah, if this game continued, the card advantage there, even like sort of a decent spot on the board now with that Ray.
Yeah.
I would have definitely liked Demite's position if this game continued, but it doesn't. GG's. Cello up 1-0.
I was pretty mystified in that match. I was like, what's going to happen? Like, I really didn't have a ton of predictions of what was going to happen or even what was currently happening.
Hard to predict the future when you don't even know what's happening in the present.
Right?
That makes sense.
I mean, I do my
Double troubles from
best.
Demite certainly contributed to that, and just the fact that we hadn't seen those decks yet certainly contributed to that. But
Yeah,
the
definitely.
Sprinks needed to do a little bit more than they did, even though they did get transformed. Needed to do a little bit more than one did at least. Unfortunately, it was like too little, too late. And thinking back, yeah, I don't know. I didn't see enough friends from Demite to know what could have been played instead there, but I kind of think like I understand going for Sprink into transform, kind of like looking for a little bit of a Hail Mary there, yeah.
For sure. You gotta just give her at that point, right?
Yep.
Well, Cello and Demite, if you'd like, you can change your decks, change your pros, do whatever you need to do, and then we'll get into the match number 2 or game number 2.
I want to see something aggressive from Demite here. I want to see like a max Demite deck. That would be fun to see. I think there's a pretty good chance we do, but I also don't know that Demite's deck was that poorly equipped to win that game. I think maybe take out the Sprink for something else, or maybe a couple tweaks here and there. I think that's a pretty different game. So I could see this one not having as big of a change into game 2 as our last series did. But I would really like to see Demite go for something aggressive here. I think it's possible that we see it, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. I really like that, again, as we were talking about last time, that toss up, just throw your opponent off their game. Don't let them get comfortable with what you have in your hand. And
we had nothing but nail biters tonight, honestly. These are some incredible games.
Oh my gosh, the whole time. And last week too. Last week was wild, those matches.
We haven't seen Ratababy in a deck this week, which is disappointing.
That's very, very true. We have not. Only out of spawners.
At least yet. Okay, Demite with Camille. That still ended up being very aggressive, just in a different way. Let's see.
Interesting. Cello's sticking with Jack for this one. I wonder if Cello's keeping the same deck or changed it up.
Yeah, I would guess it's probably the same deck, maybe with a tweak or two. But and Demite leading with the 1 cent. Okay, so it's probably going to be a reasonably aggressive Camille deck, and with the Joe clone coming down, both players with a good amount of tempo here.
Great. Yeah, I think in the last match, Cello having that early Nova lead really helped them out a lot for sure.
Gotta root for Demite just to see more no violence tonight,
I know! I love when it goes to game 3. Like, so much.
Game 3 would be pretty sweet. And the overheater, the overheater misses on the bright side again. Cello doesn't get a superpower, and Demite does, and that means 2 superpowers for Demite here. You might see something pretty nasty, a little dispel into twinning kind of thing if Cello doesn't do something about it real fast. But with 5 coins, probably can.
I would love to see glow up into twinning. That would be so fabulous.
Yeah, that would be pretty interesting. But Cello obviously knows we're all thinking it, and probably is gonna try a little bit hard not to let it happen. But you gotta have the answers to play the answers, and maybe Cello just doesn't. We'll see.
That's true. What's Demite gonna do? Oh my gosh, the anticipation is killing me.
I mean, it's got to be a superpower here. I think maybe just like a debate. Okay. IP first is interesting. All right.
Maybe he's trying to get Cello to play some coins before he does any transformations, just to be on the safe side. Demite's a bit more of a conservative player in these types of situations, so.
Cello not biting, and Demite should absolutely pass back there. That was kind of I think probably something that you would expect to backfire for Cello there, with throwing away 2 coins there at 4 points to 2. Demite with plenty on the board. The overheater double miss there obviously makes it backfire a little bit on Demite.
Yeah.
But the Demite having enough on the board there to very comfortably pass back there, I think I'm not surprised at all that that's what he elected to do. But those overheater misses are painful.
So painful. Oh my gosh. Yeah. When it doesn't hit twice in a row, when anything doesn't hit twice in a row, it's always a little. Oh.
Yeah.
Hello passing. Okay, both of these players are very like control players. They want their opponent to, do what they're gonna do. Ooh, okay.
There, not great.
Oh
yeah.
no!
That's really painful for Demite to get
Oh,
the sprint there. Something that is in range of being destroyed, certainly. Um,
probably the worst transformation he could have gotten in that situation. Um,
Probably, yeah.
Especially because it was only 2 Joes on the board. So,
Yep.
okay, Cello getting a pretty nice, pretty decent value low voltage, but ooh, nice fly trap that comes down.
Yeah, and now Demite with 1 superpower left. We don't know which it is.
Oh,
Neither one is amazing here. But Glow Up can get you 2-3. Okay, actually goes for the Vegan. Did he play a
okay.
superpower? No, okay, he definitely has a superpower.
Yeah, he definitely
right now.
does.
Okay,
Maybe it's
that's
just
a little surprising.
okay. So he finally gets that overheater to energize. Oh, okay, that's some funny overheater payback right there. With
That's why
Cello's
Demite's like, I'm in
overheater.
no hurry here.
Yeah,
7 Novas worth of misses there from Cello, but fair enough. Demite missed, whatever, about 8 worth from Overheater.
yeah,
And
absolutely.
now, if it is Glow Up, it's a little bit more higher value. I gotta imagine it's twinning, and Demite's just not that enthusiastic about twinning anything on this board, which is
Could
super
be.
understandable.
Yeah.
Has a Sprink maybe to go top right here, and then twinning that? I'm not sure. We'll
I
see.
just find it so funny that it was both overheaters that had the upsets of energizing.
Yeah,
Overheaters
true.
like, no, I don't feel like energizing. Thanks so
Yeah,
much.
Overheater's just like not feeling it today, yeah.
Oh, a boa.
Yeah, not great.
Ooh, and spell you later right back down.
Okay, and Demite's got to do something here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just looking at probably like a mediocre twinning in hand and like, what do I do? Has to just bounce the Bloom Shooter instead,
Okay.
which is necessary here.
Yeah, I like that because then you're getting Cello out of a guaranteed energize or a guaranteed win, and Cello would have won if he hadn't done that. So
In
that
this
was a
case,
good
yeah,
play.
the way the energizing phase
Yeah.
went, it would have been a win, yeah. And is it Demite first here? I don't.
Oh, I
think
can't
so,
remember.
is it? It is
It's
not. I was gonna say if it
Cello.
was, that'd be great for Demite to just kind of drop the glow up right away. But
Oh, he
Cello says go
passes.
for it.
That's a really nice glow up.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
All right.
Not
It's a
too
growth spray and a
bad.
slicer out of it.
Oh. At least Demite still has that slicer. Twinning isn't super great here because again, only, you know, the 2 cost. But if you can get a muscle or there's definitely some good, good 3
Wave?
cost.
Even honestly, even like double.
Yeah.
I mean, 17 to 15. So if you can just get some health either way, like
Yeah.
I think the muscle's probably not going to be great just because it's like not in a good spot to use it. But
True. Yeah.
if you can get some health here somewhere, okay. Sarge,
Oh.
okay.
Unfortunately, that one
that-
spawned into the basement, but
Yeah, that was kind of a pretty big brick there. For
Yeah.
I think the double Sarge and the one like you said on the 20%. Not what Demite was looking for there at all.
I mean, the basement has seemed quite keen on energizing this this game, so who knows?
Sure. Yeah, I mean it is 5 health in the basement there, so it's not
Yeah.
insignificant.
My gosh, this is absolutely anyone's game. Demite still has 3 coins. Cello with 4 coins. Oh my goodness. Smart play by Cello. Instead of putting it above ground to, have a higher percent chance of energizing, Cello wants to guarantee, that you're going to get some Novas at least in that column.
True, yeah.
And same thing with Demite, actually. Demite is guaranteed at least 6 Novas right now. Cello's only guaranteed 2.
Yeah, it is definitely advantage Cello as it sits. Because the Waterer, okay. I guess that explains the 1 cent placement, wanting to keep room there for the Waterer. Now can just growth spray to end the round. And we'll see what Demite can do. I would have liked to, honestly, I would have liked to have seen the 1 cent above ground just to take up that last spot.
Okay.
But Demite might not have anything to put there anyway, so it might be irrelevant. And I think we might just be off to a very interesting energizing phase here, and here
Oh
it
my
comes.
gosh. Oh, let's see what happens.
Ooh, that's
Oh,
a
it
good start
didn't
for
go.
Demite.
Okay.
But
Does it go basement? What does it do? Oh.
that is it.
Oh my gosh.
GG's Cello taking
Wow.
down a legend. 25 to 22 in a 2-0 victory.
Oh my gosh. That is absolutely wild. Yeah, GG's to both of you. And for those of you who don't know, Demite is one of our OGs who was around in our geez, our closed beta, somewhere around there.
Something like that. Yeah.
Been around for a really long time. What an amazing, amazing couple of games that y'all played. That was really, really exciting.
Yeah, the story of game 2 there kind of, I think, is they might just hold the sort of forced to, not necessarily forced to, but sort of stuck with a twinning that was never destined for greatness, really.
Yeah.
The one kind of brief hope was when Demite transformed into a 4-drop, but it bricked into a Sprink. That was like, that was pretty much, I mean, I can't say that was the game because obviously this was still anyone's game. I mean, look at the board right now, but that was the swing that ended up deciding this game. If that Sprink was pretty much anything else, at least something that would have been stay alive to be a twinning target, let alone something that could just provide pressure or value on its own. This is extremely different right now, but when it's something that can just be taken out by a single get out, and your twinning then just kind of sits in hand, like, do I use it on a 2-drop? Do I use it on a 1-drop? I mean, it was just, I could have seen using it earlier, but I would have never been enthusiastic about it. And I think that was the difference was, okay, I've got this, one of the, strongest cards in the game sitting in my hand without a great usage for it. And Cello instead is able to kind of just run away, not run away with it, but run with it. And take it down in a really close one. These are some amazing games tonight.
Wow. Yeah, I couldn't agree more with you. Cello really stayed on top of trying to keep the board as clear as possible to not let Demite have those opportunities to have really good superpower moments. So really well played by both of you. Oh my gosh, that was amazing.
Yeah, that was the name of the game against the meal. Bad luck for Demite with that Sprink. Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
Well played, Cello. Also very true. Yeah. I was like very surprised at a couple of readies, but definitely worked out really well for Cello. Never having to commit too much to the board, but still having like just enough pressure to take it down. So that ended up looking really savvy.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that means that Cello, you have qualified for the finals bracket on May the 3rd. Congratulations, and we're excited to see how y'all do on May 3rd. We still have one more qualifier that's happening next week, so make sure y'all come back and tune in for that because it is going to be just as good or better of this one. And yeah, we're super pumped for it. If you missed the first qualifier, you can actually see it on our YouTube channel on Nova Island. It has been uploaded. So if you missed that, make sure you go and take a look at it because they were really, really good.
Hello, ready button is big and I enjoy pressing it. It showed, and it worked out.
Oh, amazing,
the ready
Cello.
button is big and pink and pretty, so I'm with you there. Well played, well played.
Oh,
Very
it's
well played.
wonderful.
GGs.
Amazing. All right. Well, I think that's probably about it for this stream now.
Probably is.
If y'all have never heard of Nova Island or if you haven't played it yet, you can find it in the Google Play Store and the App Store, so make sure you go and take a look. It's a absolutely amazing game, as you can see, and there's the link there in the chat. So make sure you check it out. You can also join our communities on Discord, Twitter, here on Twitch. You can follow here, and we can't wait to hang out with y'all. So until next Tuesday, where we have our third and final qualifier, I think that's AJK and I signing off.
It is indeed.
All right.
Have a great night, everyone. GG's, congrats to our 2 who advance. We'll see y'all next week.
See you next time.